Yo, 1 2 1 2. What's the word, y'all? It's Vinnie Paz. Uh, yeah, I'm back. It's been a long time. I think it's been since February that I talked to y'all. So, inshallah, all y'all good. Salam alaikum. Peace to y'all. God bless all y'all. I just wanted to make a quick update video because it's been a minute since I spoke to y'all. So, I thought about it and I figured out it's been since like February. Uh, so I've been on tour. I went to Europe. 7L and SO joined me. My brothers from Czarface. Um, that's the most fun I've had on tour in over a decade. Um, so I want to thank those brothers for making it so, and I want to thank everybody in Europe for coming through because it was beautiful and every show was sold out, and it was beautiful to see y'all and to meet y'all and talk to y'all because it's been a while, you know. Uh, so being back on the road, you know, especially 7L and SO and I, the earlier tours, some earlier Jedi tours they did with us. The Legacy of Blood tour, which was it was 13 years ago, man. It's a long time. So you know, uh, it was good to be out with those brothers. But so I just wanted to thank everybody in Europe. I love y'all. I'll be back soon to tour more. I have some festival dates over there in August, hip hop camp, and a couple more. One in Germany, one in Switzerland, and hip hop camp in the Czech Republic. So I'll see y'all soon. There's still some unanswered questions um, from y'all were asking me questions. I told y'all could ask me questions. So if you want to send more questions, write info@jmthiphop.com, and in the subject line, put questions for Pat, and I'll try to get through them as I do these. I should be home for a little while, so I'll try to do these a little bit more often because it's been a few months now. I think maybe 3 months since I've done this. All right, this first one's not really a question. I'll try to read it quick because the brother didn't ask a question, but I felt I appreciated the kind words, so I wanted to pick him up. Hey, Vinny, this isn't really a question. I wanted to say thanks from the bottom of my heart for how much your music has helped me in my life. I've suffered from problems in my life as many other people. Your music has got me through hard times. I live in the UK and traveled to Amsterdam on a plane to watch you guys in the Melkweg 3 years ago. Your music and that show had such an impact on my life and the way I think and see things. You guys have helped me in so many ways you will not know. So just wanted to say thanks again for doing what you're doing. Much love from the UK. Just know JMT and Vinnie Paz solo music is being blasted out of speakers in my car and spreading the word of JMT. Take care of yourself, dude. JMT fan, Jim. Jim, thank you. I was just in the UK last month, so I hope you were there, my friend. Thank you for traveling all the way to Melkweg in Amsterdam 3 years ago, and I hope you were able to see me this most recent time. But I appreciate the kind words. It means a lot. All right, so I'll go on to this next one. Hello, Vinny and crew. First off, I just wanted to praise you for being so interactive with your fans, especially in this in-depth format as opposed to simplistic Q&As, etc. It's been great seeing questions of substance and not only humorous submissions, and hopefully you'll like mine. My question is about piracy, specifically the counter-argument that it's the digital equivalent of me buying your albums and having a friend borrow it. Immortal Technique and other musicians have been vocal about the hypocrisy of the music industry and were featured in a song called Bye Bye BPI dedicated to spreading awareness of the Pirate Bay case. I'm not familiar with that case, I don't think. Instead of illegal downloading, I'm thinking about a more unusual format in which music is shared. There's a trend within the gaming world of making highlight compilation videos just like with sports. It's common to replace game sounds with high energy music. For example, I can imagine a hard body joint would match a shooter game perfectly. Meanwhile, the themes that are absent in realistic shooter games can be found in role-playing games like world of Warcraft. For instance, you could recreate Apathy's verse on Broken Safeties, devouring souls, werewolves, giants, meteors, and cemeteries are all found in game. Due to these themes, it's not surprising that those movies are dominated by metal, although there is one significant exception. One of their most famous movies, 30 Minutes, with 1 million views, features AOTP's Dump the Clip and Gangstar. Assuming the creator purchased the album and that he uses the song completely, example, not putting his happiness just a word over Call of Duty. Oh, competently. My apologies, my friend. And use the words competently. Do you think that it makes it positive? Can people use their songs following this format since they indirectly promote the music? That is much love, Matrix from Phoenix. Yo, man, it's a good question. It's one that I'm torn on and that I don't have the answer to. Maybe not the answer to that you would like, because I think it's one of those situations where it depends on what side of the bed I woke up on. A lot of times people ask me about Tech, Immortal Technique. He's a friend of mine, and write me, well, Tech says this, Tech says this, Tech says it. All right, in terms of pirating. Look, Tech and I ain't the same person. You know what I'm saying? We share a lot of views. We get along very well. We don't have to agree on everything. I'm not sure why someone would imply that if Tech is okay with people taking his music, that would just automatically make me be okay with it. Or if I'm not okay with it, that makes me the devil. It's a very loaded question, man, because things aren't changing every 5 years anymore. They're changing every 5 months. I've had people say to me, yo, I found your music because a friend of mine made a CD with 20 songs on it, and yours was one on there. And then that made me dig into your shit, and now I'm at a show, and now I'm buying merch. So there's a bigger picture at hand, man. If you steal music but support an artist in other ways, I can't be mad at you. If you buy merch, if you go to shows, if you spread the word in a positive way, then it gets tricky. You know what I mean? If you're someone who just takes the music and doesn't support in any way, then you don't really understand the machinations of the way that these things work, and that people, that live off music for their job. You can't ever forget that people that do this for a living, you can't look at them any different than you look at yourself at your regular job. This is how I take care of my son, my mother, you know what I'm saying? So all of those things come into play. If you could, man, for real, if you support my merch, if you come see me live and buy tickets when I'm on tour, you can steal my shit. You know what I mean? The only person really that's gonna get slapped up in their mouth is someone that just steals everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all take and no give. You know what I mean? There's give and take in this relationship between artist and listener. You know what I'm saying? And I give everything of me to the listener. So for them to give nothing back in return, that's unfair. If you want to start getting into technical aspects of it, all right, then I understand where some people are coming from. But at least support the artists when they come through on tour, or go to the website and buy some merch or something. But that was a good question, man. All right, next one. I'll try to get like one or two more in. All right, let's get straight to the biscuits. I like that. I never heard that before. I was listening randomly to the older Broad Street Breakdown episodes. The Broad Street Breakdown is my podcast, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. And if I remember correct, in episode 19, you guys slaughtered Mark Wahlberg for the shit he is. I don't know the guy. I just think he's an awful actor. I think he's the most terrible American actor of the last 25 years. You mentioned that he wanted to sign Ill Bill and Necro, and when Bill will be in Philly, you're going to invite him to join the podcast. Is it going to happen now? When's he coming to choose HMK tracks? Bill was here. HMK is being mixed right now. We're approving mixes. It's coming out soon. It's May right now, like early summer. I guess the beginning of the summer now. It's coming very soon. Release date very soon. Black God, White Devil, HMK, new shirts and all of that shit is coming soon. Yeah, apparently Wahlberg wanted to sign Bill and Necro. It's a good story, but it's not my story to tell. Um, because there's other people involved. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell Necro's story or Bill's story. It's a good one though. If Bill ever does a Q&A or something like that, I suggest asking him if he wants to talk about it. This is the same brother. You mentioned that you're listening to Polish metal, Batushka and Behemoth. How did you find out about them, and did you see them live? I'm going to see Behemoth soon. I don't know if Batushka has been to the States. When he asked me how he found out about him, I stay super up to date with metal in every way that I can. Terrorizer magazine is probably how I stay most up to date. Ill Bill, Gore-Tex, Howie Abrams and I talk all the time and share bands, and put each other up on the bands. That's how I found out about him. But I think I found Batushka through Terrorizer magazine. Sean, rest in peace, first of all. Sean Price, in one of his interviews, mentioned at some point he was given a watermelon backstage while touring. Did you experience any shitty behavior towards yourself because you're Italian and a Muslim? I've experienced things because I'm Italian. I've experienced things because of Islam. I'm not sure if the two connected. There's no reason for me to whine about it. You deal with it accordingly, or I do. It's up to each person on how they're gonna handle it. So yeah, of course I have. Yeah, of course. And then his last question was like a 4-part. What's your opinion on Necro exclusive fan experiences? And he puts the website. Is it a pioneering idea for underground rap scene or a step too far? It would be appreciated if you could talk it out. Yeah, from what I understand, people are doing things where they offer like lots of opportunities on their page. Maybe you could buy a verse for this amount of money, or you could buy a T-shirt package, or a Skype call, or things of that nature. I think this circles back to the guy before who was talking about pirating. These types of things have come into play because of the pirating, and money needs to be generated in more innovative ways. So if necessity is the key to invention, right? So what happens there is artists are coming up with more innovative ways to generate cash flow. Why would I have any problem with that? This is the last one. I'll get at. Salute from Southern Cali. Looking forward to HMK and JMT albums. Cornerstone is in heavy rotation in the ride. Work everywhere, really. Here's the question. Thank you for the kind words about the album. Top 3 Mexican-born boxers of all time. He says, mine are Chavez, Benito Lopez, and Juan Manuel Marquez. It's a good question. I agree with Chavez. He's the best of all time. Chavez, the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. For me, Ruben Olivares will probably be number 2. A brilliant fighter, man. Brilliant fighter. And one of my favorite all-time fighters, I probably have at number 3, Salvador Sanchez. He died very young, very, very young in a car accident. Tragic. He would have been one of the best ever. He asked another question about my top 3 favorite Chicano boxers of all time. And he asked me about remembering my lyrics when I perform live, because I've said that I don't listen to my own music. Those things are true. This is from a brother named Fernando Ibarra. Fernando, ¿qué pasa, hermano? I'll get to those next time, all right? I'll answer them next time, because I'm running out of time here since these things are long. So yeah, I talked about the tour, and I wanted to thank all of y'all over there. Heavy Metal Kings, Blackguard, White Devil, Jedi Mind Tricks. Most of my vocals I've done a lot of my vocals that I'm happy with over Skeletons, over Stu's beats. He's starting to send me stuff of what he's doing with it, and we're getting into our groove of working through that, which can take some time. And I'm already starting my next solo record. I have a title in my head. I don't know if it makes sense to tell y'all already, since there's 2 more albums coming out before then. So it's like, do I even want to put that on y'all? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that dude who ODs on shameless self-promotion and shit. But I came up with it recently. I'm working a lot with 7L on that record. So that's what's been going on musically. Boxing-wise, there's fights on that by the time y'all see this will already have happened. So to give a breakdown would be counterproductive for all of us. Bud Crawford's fighting at the Garden, Gary Russell Jr. and Diego De La Hoya fought as he just won a fight. For Diego De La Hoya, they're trying to pump him up, but he has no pop in his punches. Very little pop. And at lightweight, it's hard to make a star. Now, take away the fact that he can't punch, it's even harder to make a star. I don't know what Oscar's gonna do. It's his blood, so you know he's gonna go all out. Damn, my bad. He's gonna go all out, of course, to push his cousin, but it's very hard. But it looks like he's committing with, he sits on his shots and commits, and he's not hurting people. So when you sit down on your shots and you don't hurt people, it's like you probably can't really crack. So everybody watched, I'm assuming every boxing fan watched Canelo Chavez Jr. I predicted a late stoppage or a unanimous decision. It was a lopsided unanimous decision. He beat the dog shit out of him, but he couldn't stop him. That was important for me moving forward to the Golovkin fight, because he had a drained, half-dead, stationary target in Chavez. He was landing 4-punch combinations, jab, right hand, left to the body, digging to the body, ripping the body, pop, 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 landing clean shots right on the point of the chin. And I didn't even see Chavez hurt once. He does have a good chin, a really good chin. So does Golovkin. I never seen Golovkin staggered, even buzzed from somebody. Curtis Stevens and Lemieux hit harder than anyone in the middleweight division. They didn't stun him, ever. Not even, he's never even been buzzed. So we have, however many months it is now, 4 months to discuss Canelo and Golovkin. Golovkin, as fans of mine know, is my favorite active fighter, with Vasyl Lomachenko and Crusher Kovalev. So I obviously have tons of things to say about that fight, and I'm going to talk about it leading up to the fight. If y'all have specific questions to ask me, that could help me, because if not, I could go on for like 5 hours about Golovkin Canelo. I'm glad they made the fight. I think that the plan has, for Oscar from the beginning, was to wait until Golovkin got a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have a 35-year-old machine in there against a young lion by the time the fight takes place. You know what I'm saying? It's, it's like 28 to 33 is your prime. You know what I'm saying? Golovkin's so fresh, though, because he's never been hurt. Not tons and tons and tons of fights, tons of amateur experience. But I still believe that they waited it out a little bit. Does that switch? Does that change how I see things playing out? Maybe a little tiny bit, but not much, but a little bit. It's there in the back of my head. So if there's specific things y'all want me to talk about with Canelo and Triple G, let me know and I will. But I guess that's it for this time. So again, for everyone who came and saw us on tour, thank you. For everyone who's been purchasing Cornerstone or the Corner Store, Spotify, however y'all listen to music or supporting the merch or whatever, thank you. You can find me on social media, on Twitter. It's at Vinnie_Paz. Box Cutter Pazzy on Instagram, Vinnie Paz on Facebook, Jedi Mind Tricks on Facebook. For merch, music, um, everything related, jmthiphop.com. And I also have a podcast. It's me and three of my oldest homeboys breaking balls. It's not a hip hop podcast or anything like that. We just sort of talk about subculture and counterculture, some hip hop, some punk rock, gang shit, just counterculture in general. It's called the Broad Street Breakdown. You go to broadstreetbreakdown.com. But yeah, that's it for now. Send your questions to info@jmthiphop.com, and in the subject put questions for Paz, and I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. Salam alaikum. God bless all of y'all. Thank you for the support, the continued support. Keep checking these videos. Let me know if you enjoy them. I'll keep making them for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for now. I'll see y'all next time.